Hello my friends, today is December 14th and I've been running for 2 weeks. Today I did 2.76 miles, it's over 4.5 kilometers, and since it's been 2 weeks, tomorrow that starts my third week of the self-challenge. I will be pushing myself even harder. Just to remind you, by 31st of December I need to run 5 miles. That's my self-challenge that I did to myself on December 1st. So, today I will talk to you. Actually, today I will respond to a question that I've been asked by one of my subscribers. The question goes like that. I'm already over 30 years old and I don't feel that I achieved much of success at this point, and I know that after 30 or 35 years old the regeneration of new neurons in our brain slows down. So will it be possible at this point still to try to achieve my goals, or it's already over? Let me answer you to this. Our brain generates new neurons all our life until the last moment, until our last breath on this earth. The point is that it generates those neurons at different speeds depending on two factors. Children that are up to 6 years old, they generate new neurons instantly, the moment they experience something new. Also, teenagers that are 16 up to 18 years old, they also generate new neurons almost instantly. Whether you're 25-year-old or 45-year-old, at that point it doesn't really matter, because the speed of regeneration and creation of new neurons in our brain it's about the same speed process. Meaning, if you're 35 or if you're 65, there are no really more advantages of creating associations between a new experience and a memory. And the second point, the second factor that affects how we remember things is our emotional background. So, if we touch something hot and we get burned, our brain will release, our body will release cortisol. It will create a negative emotion, a strongly negative emotion in our body, in our brain, and we will remember not to touch any hot metal again. So strong emotion overcomes the slowness of the process of the creation of neurons, and it will instantly save that moment in your memory. The same happens with positive moments. We are passing outside a coffee shop that has an amazing smell inside, and next times when we will be passing by, our brain will remember this smell. Or we try something tasty, our brain will remember this because it's a plausible, it's a pleasant emotion that was generated, and we will even may become addicted to this nice emotion, and we may get addicted to this activity. So now that I cleared and specified the two factors that affect the generation of new neurons in our brain, which is the age and the emotional background, let's move and see if it's possible, if you were not successful before, to get successful after you're passing the age of 30. I'll give you the example of the creator of McDonald's. He became successful at 55 years old, when he was 55 years old. Before, he was selling door-to-door mixers. And when his company went out of competition, went out of market because it couldn't compete on prices, he went to work for McDonald's. Back then it was a family-owned business, but he saw the potential in it. He bought that business and he made it a multinational franchise. At 55 years old, before that he wasn't successful, quite the opposite. A person that goes from door to door to sell stuff, you don't call really successful person. And a few years later, he became one of the 100 more influential people in the world. I'll give you another example of Henry Ford. He was an average engineer without without having a job where he would earn a lot of money, without being famous for anything during his life, until late, when in 1908 he presented the T model of Ford. It became the first mass production car in the world and in United States. It made him billionaire. It made him maintain the monopoly of the automotive market for many decades. And suddenly, from an average engineer, he became also one of the most influential people on earth. Let me give you one third example of Charles Darwin, the writer of the evolution theory. He also became famous after his 40s, in his 40s, when he wrote the book about the evolution. What I'm trying to tell you by this is that the age doesn't really matter. I can give you many examples of people who became successful at 13 years old and people who became successful at 55. It is how you push yourself, and we've got a company. Hey! After I played with the dogs, I'm going back to the video. So where I stopped, and I've been telling you that it is not important the age. Of course, when you are younger, you learn, you adjust to new opportunities, to new challenges easier, because as you're growing up, when you're a child or a young person, you learn instantly. When you're older, you need up to a few months to generate new neurons, and you need around the same time to adjust to new conditions. For example, if you start running every day, you will start feeling good maybe after 2-3 weeks, but you will be confident that you can run your 5 mile or whatever distance without losing your pace after 2 months. This is how long the body needs to adjust or to learn a new skill, whether that's a computing, jogging, or you name it. So I guess this is it for today. Tomorrow, as it starts the 3rd week of my self-challenge to run 5 miles, I will push myself harder. I need to run from 3 miles and over the 3rd week. And yes, I will keep updating you on my progress, and speak tomorrow.